Okay, you are back. So now let's take a look at this one. So this one, the wording was weird, but I think it's going to be okay. We won't go over all these ones. So here's what we got. So at Mai's Diner, customers usually tip between 15 and 25% of the cost of the meal. Okay, so Mai tells her colleagues that her customers appear to be happy with their meal. So she thinks that they will leave a tip that is 20% of the total. That includes sales tax. So that means the total here is this. Okay? What's Mai's prediction in dollars? Now I'm going to skip ahead to B before I look at A, okay? On B, Mai says Tyler predicts the customers will leave an $8 tip. Well, let me change the colors here. Keep it fresh and clean. $8 tip. And we would need the percentage. Okay? With my thing, she thinks the percentage, we need the dollars. But really, it's going to be the exact same table. So the table, I'm going to write it here because I have more space. The table that we're going to get is going to say, okay, well, I know percents and I know money. And I know 100% of this meal with the tax and everything is $35.04. Okay? So for Tyler, so let me make a copy of this quick. Okay, shrink that down. Don't worry, I'll zoom in on it. Okay, so for Tyler, I don't know the percent. I want to find that percent. But what I do know is the tip. So he thinks it's going to be an $8 tip. And you need to figure out what percent that is. Okay? For Mai, she thinks, let's use my orange. She thinks it will be a 20% tip. And you need to figure out how much money that would be. Okay? So, just do these the same way you've been doing every other problem, okay? Where you went divided by where you wanted to go divided by where you started. 8 divided by 35.04. That's about 0.22 or 23. So that's what you multiply 100 by. 0.23. So if I did 100 times 0.23, hey, what do you know? I would get about 23%. So that would mean that Tyler thinks $8 is going to be a 23% tip. Okay, now let's look at let's look at my 100% to 20%. Let's divide that by 5. So we can see that. Otherwise, if you do 20 divided by 100, multiply, same thing. Now let's do 3504 divided by 5. And we'd get about $7, maybe 701. Okay, and that kind of lines up. So we're saying a $7.01 tip is what she thinks, which is 20%. Tyler said 23%, which is about $8. So it's a little different, see? So now the customer actually leaves a $43 and tells Mai the extra money is for her tip. So now Mai has to do math. So you say, okay, well, I know $43 is what they left. I know 3504 was the cost. So let's see how we did. 43 minus 3504. That's going to be $7.96. Okay. So let's take a look here. So I think Tyler's going to be closer because that's close to $8. But let's see what percent that's going to be. Set it up the exact same way. With percent, with money, we know 100% is 3504. Okay. And then we know that they left her a $7.96 tip. So let's see what percent that is. Okay. Now, we do it like, that divided by that. Now, if you didn't want to do that, if you didn't want to actually figure this part out at all, What you could do is just say, okay, well, they left 43 bucks. So let's figure out what times 3504 is 43. So you do 43 divided by 3504. That's going to be times 1.23 about. I'm just rounding. So that means we do 100 times 1.23, and we would get 123%. Does that mean they're leaving 123% tip? No. That means if you do 123 minus 100, you would get 23, which is the percent of the tip. 23%. You know, give or take. You know, I'm rounding. So I think we see that Tyler was totally the best here. There we go.